Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Big Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. What I do, what I do for you. Oh, I got some nice for you today. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, message and story for life. I give life lesson. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Sometimes I be ranting, but all in the purpose of getting a lesson across to get my message out there to you. Like Malcolm said, by any means necessary, I'll do what I have to do to make sure I enlighten you. Let's go. Right thing is way of life, and that's what I did. A way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. You have to think and feel, and you put them together. That's the harmony that you need to know thyself. Sorry about that. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. I give lessons to make that possible. That's what I'm doing now. Let's get to it. I got a good one for you today. All right, let's go. Know thyself is the question I put out there. It's rhetorical, but you should have the answer for yourself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. They're willing to learn. That's why I do what I do for you. Yeah, you know I appreciate you. A person who knows not and believe or perpetrate like they do, dangerous. Avoid them, I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, is asleep spiritually. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. But I think know thyself. It's a might be true. Women, hopefully you can see this concept. And fellas, I know y'all on board. So right thinkers, let's talk about good men. But the question is, what makes them? Are they born? Are they created? Are they made? Are they manifested? What makes a good man? And more importantly, for the brothers and fellas, are you one? Let's go. It's gonna be a good lesson. Hopefully you get the point. A good man. Now I'm only speaking from experience. Understand that. So yeah. A good man is a God-fearing man. In order to become a Masonic brother, the first question that you have to answer is, do you believe in God? The reason being is a man who have no belief in a higher power, somebody other than himself, no control. So we can't use you. You have nothing to control you. Your mental capacity is not where it needs to be. Why? We beastly nature. That's why. So if you're atheist, can't be a Mason. Atheists, right thinkers, don't work. Okay? Why? Because a good man is a well-educated man. Again, gaining scholarly knowledge is a phase of life that we go through. That's what you do. You learn that. Some of us get higher education, going to college, get the degrees, become a doctor, lawyer, whatever it is you want to do. But that's what's opportunities in life. That's what it's about. But good men, understand this, will learn their life lessons. That's what makes them good. Okay? A good man will have went through some things called trials and tribulations in life. You don't judge a man by how he stands when he's comfortable. You judge a man by how he reacts when he's uncomfortable. A lot of us show our true colors when things ain't going our way, or when they're under the influence. Ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing worse than a drunk person pleading his case. He gonna let it all hang out, good or bad. Right? So, but a good man will have learned or went through some things and learned in life to what? Prove to himself he's a good man. All my trials and tribulations were for me to prove who I am. You stand for something or you'll fall for anything. I'm standing on who I am and what I present myself to be, who I think I am. Back then, I didn't know myself, but I knew I had pride and respect for myself. I had those things in me, taught to me. Okay, so no problem with that. A good man, understand this, earns respect from his peers for the way he conducts and carries himself, not for the position that he's in. So it's the people who can deal with him so they can get something from him. So it's a big difference. Respect me as a man, not for my position or title. Same difference. A good man won't kiss ass or take being disrespected, talked to condescendingly, and dealt with in a manner in which is unbegetting for a few dollars. I'm not going to demean myself, belittle myself for nobody for a few dollars. Are you crazy? Some people will do that. I'm not one of them. That's all. I don't not what another person do. No. But if I see it, I can talk about it. Simple. I'm not gossiping. I'm telling you the truth. So it's the difference in gossip and truth. I tell you to your face. I ain't gonna tell somebody behind you. I tell you. That's what I do. A good man. What makes a good man? Woman helps. A good woman. Excuse me. To make a good man, a good woman helps. The phrase is, behind every good man is what? A good woman. Why? A bad woman can't help a man be good if she's not good. So that lady you with, if her intentions or her agenda is not up to snuff, y'all ain't gonna be successful. The marriage or whatever relationship will fail. Simple. And none of us don't understand that. Okay, but simple. If I'm good, you're bad, we're not gonna make it. Or vice versa. I go equally. If you got a good woman and a bad man, he gonna bring her down. But quick lesson. And I hate that I do this. I'm not a chauvinist, but you got more single successful women than you got single successful men. Why do you think that is? Women can survive without us at a certain point and do what they got to do. A man, problems. Okay, if I had to cook, clean, wash, and do all that nonsense, not nonsense, but the stuff that my mate does, I would be busy doing that. I wouldn't have time to do what I do. So it's a even swap out. Understand that. Trust me. And men, I don't need a woman. I hate the fact, no, you need a mate. Stop with the one, no, a mate. Somebody who's gonna do the things that you don't like to do, and they would do it begrudgingly. Why? Because that's what they do. When you got a team, you bring what you bring, they bring what they bring. You come together, y'all work on it as a unit. Teamwork makes the dream work. If we got different dreams, then we ain't on the same team. So that's just one quick about being a good man. Good man need a good woman. Simple. Vice versa. But I know more successful single women than there is men. Behind every bad man is what? A bad woman. Same attract the same kind of people. If you're a bad person, when I was on the street, I attracted street women. The phrase is, you can't make a hoe a housewife. If a woman's out here selling her body, ain't nothing you can do about that. You think you can stop her? But some of them try. Don't even say they want to stop. You are who you are. I ain't gonna problem with that. As long as we are upfront about that, my problem is being deceived. I don't like that. I am who I am. I ain't changing, so I respect anybody who do that. So understand. I know, watch this. I had some good women in my life, but because I wasn't good at the time, it didn't work. A perfect example. I'm not exempt to any example I give you. Why? I use me as the example. Why? I'm experiencing well for myself. I had probably all of them good, but I didn't know that why, because I wasn't. They're not gonna be with somebody who ain't good to them. I don't blame them. But I also know, on the other hand, I had some bad ones. Married two of them. Problem. So again, firsthand, only tell you what I know. A good woman will help you be your best you. Why? Because she wants what? The best for you. That's a good woman. And you got a man who backing his woman. For some people say, I don't know why he doesn't. No, if you gonna back your woman, that's what you got to do. Same thing. Don't get caught up in other nonsense. At the teamwork, do your job. Play the role, so to speak. But a lot of times we get confused and we get, caught up out there and the team falls apart. Like my man Shaq and Kobe, Shaq told Kobe, he said, hey, Kobe, ain't no iron team. He said, yeah, but it's the me in that one. I'm doing me. So in life, you should always do you, even when you're on the team. I'm just saying. All right, where you at? Fellas, it's hard to be good by yourself. That's one of my points I made earlier. Why? I tried it. It's hard. That's why. Get the right woman. Get a good one. I tell my young brothers and sisters, marry somebody who loves you. Don't marry who you love. No. What you mean? Listen and try to understand. Marry someone who loves you. I married two women that I love. I got divorced from the two women that I married because I love them. I'm married to a woman now. I don't see divorce happening. Why? Because I married somebody who loved me. She loves me. I ain't got no bother with that. Some of us do. But if you got somebody who loves you, that's what you roll with. That's what I'm saying. Now, to be your best self, you're going to need that other one to help. That's the big help. Trust me. Give a big dash. Why? Because without her doing what she's doing, man, I'd be stumbling and bumbling at the time. So you give me props. Okay. Don't be like most people. Don't worship the well when it's dry. Oh, the well was so good. When it was no. When it's pumping, praise it, respect it, treat it right, and it'll never run dry. Let's go. Moving on. I hope that's a quick lesson for my fellas. Trust me. Are they hopping around, being a player? Come on. Quick story. I got one last. This is my last one. I can get through the lesson. When I got my legs cut back in '86, in my bed, I had 9 women in my room. I'm gonna let that stay there, okay? And all of them knew each other, and all of them knew they were sharing me. That's what I was doing back then. So all that, man, I'm not beat for none of that. I've been there, done all of that. Okay, so what I'm saying is, when you get down and out, you find out. When I got down and out, not a one. Good lesson to learn there. And it's hard when you learn the old-fashioned way. Ooh, it's a lot tougher, but you get the lesson. Moving on, let me get this over. Now, being taught by one is another way to be a good man. Another lesson. I had good teachers. I had good men in my life from the time I was a little kid. My sister's boyfriend, my man Fireball. I don't call his name, but I gotta give you yours, dude. He raised me as a little kid. His father taught me how to swim. So I was raised by my community, by the village. It wasn't just one person. My mom and dad did a good job, but also had help, and it was always a good thing. So in my life, I want to be there for somebody else to learn from. Why? My two grandfathers, my mother, father, grandfather, good men. Learn from them. The guy you see back on my shoulder, my dad. Learn from him. You see my son. But I raised a good man. You can't do that if you're not one. So moving on. When you have double digit being married to the same person, you're a good man. To put up with or do whatever it is for at least 10 years, okay, now that should be out the way. Now you should be, my man got 30 years in. I laugh because I was there when they did it. I'm like, 10 years been a long time. They still together. You gotta respect that, okay? Longevity and consistency counts for something. Trust me. Love will take you through if it's real love, okay? Obviously, he loved her, she loved him. Whatever happens, they still together. That's love. No problem with that. Now, if you don't work, it doesn't work for you. If your love for that person don't supersede whatever going on, then it ain't working, and vice versa. Okay? I saw my dad do bad things. Yeah. I even taught me some of them. I did some with him also. But at heart, we judged by that. I didn't know that back then. It's all about what's here. Not all the time here or what's down here. Most of us live for that and think what's wrong with this, so we don't get connected to this until when? In the end. So most of us heartbroken, go through life doing what we're doing, and at the end, all of a sudden, we want to make amends. That bedtime confession means nothing, fellas, sisters. Don't put somebody through that and then think because you about to leave here, you want to confess. Don't work that way. Remember, I'm not the forgiving kind, so don't put yourself in that predicament and think I'm gonna be nope, cold blooded. I want my grandsons to call me Pop Pop for a reason. Why? Because I had a Pop Pop and they was good men. So I wanted to be seen that way by my grandkids. Okay? They got a letter from my last lesson. My daughter calls it. I know Pop Pop. See, when you can leave a stain in somebody's brain at a young age, no matter what they go through life, they remember that. That's the whole point. I'm trying to do that for my grandkids. My dad was a real man, aka a man's man. All ego, bravado, testosterone, but no spiritual enlightenment, no spiritual knowledge. He was spiritually ignorant because it was all about him. He didn't have to do nothing else. It worked for him. See, some people can go through life being who they are and how they are because it works. Simple. So understand that. Some of us get caught. In the end, we all got to pay though. Him too. He knows that. Good men are what? Made, not born. Here we go. Well, yeah. We are born, and if your first 7 years of programming is good, the chances of you being good, man or woman, is every 80% higher than if you came in a dysfunctional household and your percentage of being good because of the dysfunction that you've been brought up in, it decreases. Why? Because it's going to be hard to work out that old program that was given to you that don't work for you. You won't know that till way late. So I did a lesson about that too also, but understand that. That's why knowing thyself takes care of that problem. You shrink yourself, you psychoanalyze yourself, you do everything yourself. Why? Because that's what all starts and ends with yourself. So that's why. I was a good man doing bad things. Now, if that makes sense, back then I made sense to my mind, but yeah, it don't make sense. And when I stopped doing bad things, my life changed. So did the people who I hung out with. So that everything changed. Why? I didn't live that lifestyle no more. I wasn't a bad guy. Now I'm a good guy. Nobody wants to be bothered with me. As they say, I have no friends. That's cool. I got church family, so I don't need friends. Love you guys. Here we go. Where we at? Now, I'm a good guy now by choice. Yeah, I chose to do this. But when I was young, I was dumb by nature. Didn't know no better. I'm following a bad example. Okay, until I found out better, I just went along with what I was doing. Again, bad programming, product of the environment. Now, by nature, but good men learn good life lessons and live by them. Change, hence change. If you are sneaky little somebody acting, perpetrating like a man, but knowing you're not, and most people can look at you and tell you're not, okay? Don't make me pull your skirt up. Don't piss me off. But you run around here act like a man, you will get exposed by a real man. Me, a man. Good man. Know when to say when. I'm doing that now. But we also recognize each other. Just like Masons, we got tokens and grips inside to recognize each other. Preachers, y'all wear your collar, you do that, so y'all recognize each other. Pimps, we wear the flashy clothes, we drive the fancy car, you got the hopes. We recognize each other. Punks, act like any one of them and ain't none of them. That's why I don't recognize you, my man. You don't look familiar. Moving on. Last one. The question, good men, what makes them? Are you one? Let me tell you why. I can answer that one for you right quick. No, you're not a good man. You're not a good friend or CEO and boss. Moving on. Petty ass. I know a good man not when I see him, but when I deal with him. Words from him Okay, excuse me, is when I deal with them or even work for them. Had to make sure you get that one. I call a man a man. I call a punk a punk. I call him as I see him. I see you, punk. I'm a good man. You don't think so? Try me, Kawhi. I'm a real man. Up for the challenge. Matter of fact, I'm the right thinking man. Let me wrap this up. I was taught by a man. I learned how to be a man. I even raised a man. Okay? So being a good man is who I am and what I do. I'm about done dealing with you.